Pod Network Entertainment.
Day 186. Paano kung trans ako?
Hi, I'm Joelle. I talk for a living and I'm an overthinker. Life keeps going and the questions keep coming. But I hope you find comfort in the fact na hindi ka mag-isa. Ang dami nating overthinker, no? Sa ups and downs, twists and turns ng buhay, paano kung ituloy lang natin ang paghanap ng kasagutan? Ready? Tara! This is Joelle's podcast.
Paano kung?
Powered by the Pod Network.
Hello, overthinker. Kamusta ang puso? So, this is our last episode of the month of June. So, we are dedicating this space for Pride. I owe you all an episode after all. And after 3 years of being in this space, 1 year na rin with guests, I realized that I haven't had a conversation covering the paano kongs of our trans sisters and brothers. So, today is the day. Our guest has made waves online, sharing many parts of her journey as a trans woman. I'm talking the ups, the downs, the side to side, yung wins and the heartbreaks, kasama yun lahat. And I absolutely just love how she has created a space of vulnerability with her story while also extending the conversation with others. Sobrang hindi madali yung mga conversations that I have seen, but that's why it's also so wonderful and inspiring. So, yeah, for today, paano kung we talk to our transpiration, Miss Jamie Casino.
Hey guys! Wait, thank you for having me, first of all. So, actually, hindi naman to yung first time ko, no, for podcast. Pero, I think this is something special kasi it's Pride Month. Yung iba kasi parang it's not Pride Month, pero right now, it's Pride Month. So, really special. So, thank you for having me. Hello, guys.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy na na-push na tong schedule natin.
True.
But before we carry on, kamusta ang puso mo naman?
Right
now
is very, very happy. Like, marami mang bad comments or bashers.
Kasama
Lalo
talaga.
lalo na sa TikTok, normal yan kapag trans woman ka and you're very out. But, andyan naman, may boyfriend naman ako na nagmamahal sa akin. So, happy naman talaga. Diba?
Nayayakapin ng puso sa gabi at araw-araw.
Totoo, very happy.
Yeah, thank you so much for saying yes to my message on TikTok. And actually, I've done mostly, sa ngayon pa rin, solo episodes pa rin. But my favorite thing about yung mga episodes ko with guests is hearing other people's POVs and meeting beautiful humans who may have the answers, lalo na sa mga overthinkers kong listeners. So, especially for an episode like this, no, where I can only empathize. As in, hanggang dun lang talaga. I can only try to empathize and understand, and I can never truly understand the journey. So, salamat talaga, Jamie. And I'm just thinking about all the baby trans or even those who are still trying to figure themselves out, and you're here. I love that. So, today's paano kong question is, paano kung trans ako? So, let's rewind to baby Jamie for a bit of a backstory. Can you walk us through your personal journey of self-discovery? Was this something, when did you have that knowing na parang this isn't my true self?
Yeah. Actually, most of trans women, alam na naman kahit bata pa lang kami. I feel like I've known na parang 6 years old pa lang ako. Like, kapag nasa school, nagtataka ko bakit ako pinapapila dun sa boys. Kasi parang dapat dun ako sa girls kasi I'm a girl. And then kapag sa CR naman, umiihi ako na nakaupo. So imagine, like, 4, 5 years old, I sit down. Hindi talaga ako nakatayo umuwi. So, nagtataka ako bakit parang pinapagalitan ako ng tatay ko. Ba't kanya ako umupo, ganyan? So, parang, what's happening? So, parang, that's the time na I realized na, am I different? I'm different. So, ayun na. So, how did I discover that I'm trans? So, basically, I grew up in a very religious family. So, my dad and my mom, they were, alam mo yung basic church leaders na makikita mo na parang, ay, nagtatalk sa church, nagli-lead ng retreat, ganyan. So, they were very religious. So, growing up, I had to take it as a pill that is hard to swallow, na parang, I have to, to be like them, to be religious also. And alam naman natin yung very traditional na tinuturo ng, Catholic Church. And alam mo yun, kapag traditional yung family mo, it's very hard to come out. Kaya minsan I envy those people na parang wala silang coming out story kasi alam mo yun, parang hindi na nila kailangan mag-out. But for us, most of us people na religious yung family, kailangan namin, alam mo yun, to walk on what do you call this?
Eggshells.
Oo, eggshells. Parang kailangan dahan-dahan. Kailangan bubuelo kami. So, it's a long journey of self-discovery. Parang, lagi kasing yung mga friends ko is puro babae. So, kapag puro babae yung mga kasama ko, sinasabi ng dad ko, bakit puro babae yung mga kasama mo? Dapat lalaki yung mga kasama mo kasi lalaki ka. And then, dumating pa sa point na, siguro, I'm around 12 years old. In-enroll pa ako ng dad ko sa basketball. Like,
oh my gosh,
what do you
parang
call this?
malabas lang.
Alam niyo yung
ganun.
Milo Best?
Oh my gosh.
In-enroll ako sa Milo Best para, I think parang in-enroll yata ako para mas maging lalaki ako. Pero parang mas naging babae yata ako doon kasi parang na-expose ako sa mga maraming lalaki. Parang, oh my gosh, crush ko yata tong ka-teammate ko.
Imbes na lumabas yung in-expect nila, you're like, ay, ang daming cute.
Yeah, ang daming cuties dito. Pero, parang pa-teenager na ako nun. So, parang nalilito na ako na parang kung nagbibinata ba ako or nagdadalaga ba ako, ganun. So, parang, fast forward to high school. Ayan. Nagkaroon ako ng friends na, all kami guys. Lalaki kami. I mean, lalaki sila. So, parang 5 kami and then I'm one of them. Tapos parang, doon ko na-realize talaga na, ay, iba talaga sila eh. Iba ako sa kanila. And then, fast forward to college, nagkaroon ako ng group of friends na very, very liberating yung character nila. So, parang meron, kasi I studied in Letran, so parang most of them from Manila. So, merong lumaki sa Pasay, merong taga Laguna, ganyan. So, parang iba't iba talaga ng mindset. So, parang, whenever they put on makeup, pinapanood ko sila. And nafe-feel nila na parang gusto ko din. So parang they were like, gusto mo? Gusto mo mag-makeup? Go. So parang, doon ako nagulat na parang, they're not like judging me. Hindi ko naramdaman na gina-judge nila ako na parang sila yung nagpapaniwala sa akin na kung gusto mo mag-cross-dress, mag-pambabaeng damit, mag-makeup, go ahead. So ayun, doon na nag-start. Kapag papasok ako, kapag nasa MRT ako, nagme-makeup ako.
Okay.
Nagle-lip tint ako, nagpupulbos ako. And then, so basically, I came out first to my friends, not to my family. So kapag uuwi ako, binubura ko yung makeup.
Okay.
So
that was like
pagdating
the
ko
first step, no?
Oo, pag uwi ko, ayun na.
At that time, did you already know that you were trans? Parang the term, were you already familiar with that term na, nung time na yun?
Medyo familiar na ako.
Okay.
Pero during those times kasi, wala pa ako masyadong like awareness. Kasi parang I really had no one to look up to na parang I want to be like her. Wala talaga. So parang ang hirap, like I had to research. I also have to, ayun nga, going back, religious family. Doon sa Lectran, meron doon mga madre. Nung magde-decide na ako mag-come out, I tried to talk to them, like one-on-one. Sabi ko, sister, masama po ba maging trans? Or feeling ko babae ako? Sila mismo yung nagsabi sa akin, sabi niya, alam mo, walang masama. Kahit ang Diyos, hindi ka huhusgahan, mamahalin ka lang niya.
Thank you, sisters!
Yes, so that's the time talaga na parang doon ako nagkaroon ng lakas ng loob. Kasi siya na yun eh.
Oo.
Diba? Madre na yun. Nagsabi sa akin na walang masama. Basta't wala kang tinatapakang ibang tao. So nagtuloy-tuloy na ay pinatubo ko yung buhok ko. And then, the rest was history.
How was it though with your parents though? So you opened up to your friends first and then to the lovely sisters in school. Buti, like I'm so happy. Kinabahan ako nung una when
Diba?
nagkakwento mo na para sabi ko, hala, please let this be something beautiful. And it was. But what led you na magkwento na sa parents mo, sa family mo? How was that?
So, it was hard talaga. So, ang dami kong pinagtanungan paano magka-come out. Pero, hindi ko kasi kaya mag-come out sa parents ko face to face. Because I know my dad. He's very, alam mo yun, matipuno, very manly. So, we had this, parang pinadala kami sa kaming college students, pinadala kami sa Cagayan de Oro. So, meron kaming workshop doon and seminar. Nung nasa aeroplano kami, na-delay yung flight namin, hindi pa rin umaandar. Pero that time, meron ako nakakompose na message, coming out message for my dad. Hindi ko pa siya sinesend. Tapos, sabi ng friend ko, ayan, na-delay yung flight natin. Feeling ko yan na yung sign para isend mo yung message. And then, I said, fuck it, I'll just send it. Sinend ko na, and then, lumipad na yung plane. So parang, alam mo, that time na-realize ko parang, kailangan yun yung trigger ko to fly. Na parang, to go free. Just do it, just come out. Pero, ayun nga, I know naman na, hindi mo kailangan madaliin mag-come out. Pero, I think that was just the perfect time for me. Ang hirap, kasi after nun, sabi naman nila okay lang. Pero, alam mo yun, kapag umuwi ako, parang, I feel like I still make them uncomfortable whenever they see me wearing makeup. Ganyan. So, ayun, mahirap.
So, yun yung so the conversation that you had was through text lang. Tapos, ang sagot nila at the time, okay lang, ganyan. Pero, never nyo napag-usapan ito face-to-face at that time? Or parang nangyari ba siya later on?
Well, at the start, nung medyo pa-umpisa pa lang, I actually never talk about it sa TikTok. Parang ang alam lang nila, parang, ay grabe, parang, she's so perfect, ang ganda niya, tapos tanggap siya ng, pero ito yung something na hindi talaga nila alam. Marami kami arguments, like, I had so much arguments with my parents, like, lalo na nagpapahaba na ako ng buhok. Ito, dumating kasi yung time na nahihirapan na ako maghanap ng work. So basically, before akong gumraduate kasi na-accept ako sa isang company. So parang, I was very proud kasi parang hindi pa ako graduate, ka-graduate pa lang ako, natanggap na ako. So parang, after ko gumraduate, may work na ako. Pero, not until I realized ito, nung almost graduation na, yung company, binawi nila yung job offer when they knew na I'm trans woman. And then, nalaman ng parents ko. So, dumating sa time na my dad was telling me na, what if wag ka na lang kaya mag-cross-dress? What if wag ka na lang kaya mag-trans? Kasi baka kaya hindi ka natatanggap sa trabaho is ganyan ka. So, I tried to explain it to them na, babae ako. I'm a trans woman. And, ayun, I feel like it's something na ang hirap pa rin sa kanilang intindihin. So, I really worked hard talaga. Parang I had to work hard. Parang yung mundo sinabi sa akin na marami ka pang kailangan patunayan. Kasi you're LGBT, you're trans. Kailangan mong, alam mo yun, kailangan mong umakyat sa ladder para maging kilala ka. Bago ka matanggap.
You have to work twice, thrice,
yes.
5 times as hard para to have a place in this world, to be like, I'm here.
Exactly.
I am here creating space.
Yeah. So what I did was, nag-apply ako sa lahat ng trabaho talaga. Like pati yung mga, alam mo yung staff sa fast food.
Kahit saan.
Oo, in-applyan ko talaga. Kasi, ang naisip ko noon, baka wala nang tumanggap sa akin. Baka, sana lang ako pupulutin. Hindi naman ako pinanganak sa mayamang pamilya. So parang, pati yung mga fast food, like any staff, yung front desk work, hindi naman sa minamaliit ko, pero alam mo yun, lahat, basically.
Expanded yung options mo.
Oo. So, nag-work ako sa BPO. Basically, natanggap ako kasi, dito naman kasi sa Pilipinas, BPO pa rin talaga yung parang nag-a-accept and wala masyadong discrimination sa trans. Kasi they're international, usually US yung nag-handle. So, nahirapan ako mag-apply sa mga companies na Pinoy yung mga may-ari, na parang local talaga. So, nakapag-work ako sa bangko, nakapag-work ako sa ganito. And then, nag-pandemic. Nag-pandemic, the world stopped, but I didn't. So, ayun, naghanap ako ng pwedeng gawin. And then, there was this app called TikTok. Of course, alam na natin lahat to. Ito yung time na parang TikTok was just, parang, you know TikTok, and then people will tell you, oh my God, you're using TikTok, you dance, oh my God, you're so cringe.
At that time, yes.
Pero those times kasi, like, I came actually from Dub Smash.
Okay.
Kasabayan ko si Maine Mendoza. Like, lagi ko siya nakikita sa video. Tapos parang, we always use the same sound. Parang may mga ganun-ganun na face. So, natuwa ako sa TikTok kasi, it's like the same concept na you can use the sound and then dub it. So I started, making beauty contents, and then I always do makeup videos. Pero hindi ko pa sinasabi na trans ako sa mga tao. So alam lang
Okay.
nila, it's just a girl na
You're just
nagme-makeup.
Jamie.
It's just Jamie. And then Bugs, na parang one day I came out as trans. So parang nabulagta yung mga tao na parang, what, you're trans? You're trans? Ganyan. Tapos nag-come out, parang nag-hard launch pa ako kasabay na may boyfriend ako. So parang
Ay,
nagsabay-sabay
okay.
na parang, oh my God, how did he accept you? Paano ka nakahanap ng love? Like, trans ka, paano?
Oh my gosh.
So, ayun na.
Okay, wait. I have a lot of questions, syempre, na related sa paglalande and dating all. That's another thing on its own. But I'm curious, so when you were working, were you still living with your family at that time? Do you still live with your family? Umalis ka ba? How did that go about also? Nang nagsastruggle ka rin pa with your parents?
Well, I still live with my parents those
Okay.
times. So, nag-work pa ako sa, like, nung naging, what do you call this? Yung assistant,
corporate?
virtual assistant. Executive assistant. Naging executive assistant ako ng international company. So, nung time na yon, nandun pa ako sa family ko. Actually, nag-move out lang ako nung naging kami. So, ayun, nag-move out ako nung naging kami na when we started living together.
Okay, I see that. What would you say was your first taste of freedom na parang finally you got to be yourself even if for a short time lang or yeah.
There was this time na college pa ako nito. Meron kasi akong best
Okay.
friend na, alam mo yung parang talagang tinotolerate niya ako. Na parang, what do you call this? Yung term na parang tinotolerate.
Yung parang hinahayaan ka lang to do enable.
Yeah, enabler siya. So parang, and she's very like open. Her name is Leslie. Ayan. She's my best friend since high school. Ayan. So parang magkalapit kasi kami ng bahay. So parang she's like my runaway bestie. Like
Okay.
pag nag-away kami ng dad ko about being trans, tatakbo ako
Oh
sa
my
kanya,
gosh.
ganyan. So parang, there was a time, she's like a YouTuber kasi that time. So, nag-makeup siya. Sabi ko sa kanya, make-upan mo ako and then lagyan mo ako ng wig. So, minake-upan niya ako full pack. And then, I'll send you the photo
Oh
para
my
ma-flash mo sa
gosh.
screen. Ayan. Like, grabe, that day, actually gabi yun, kasi parang from school, I went straight to her. And then, minake-upan niya ako. Like, first time putting on falsies. And then, oh my God, tas nakawig ako nun. Tas parang, that's the time na talagang, oh my gosh, ang ganda ko pag babae. So parang, eto na yun. Yun yung time na parang, I feel like I'm free. Kahit parang 1-2 hours lang yun. And then after nun, binura ko din siya kasi umuwi ako sa parents ko. So parang, I feel like that's a time na parang I felt free. Kasi no one's stopping me. And I feel like yun talaga ako.
Yeah.
Na parang I'm wearing dress. This is my hair. It's long.
And that brought you to now living your
Yes.
true free self. I love
Hindi na
that.
kailangan mag-wig.
Oo, ang ganda-ganda pa. Ay! Now, you mentioned your jowa who's the most supportive. Like, grabe yung kwento and the vulnerability as well, even online, yung sa mga content nyo. But before meeting your jowa, your own Prince Charming, what were the biggest challenges you faced in the world of lande? And when did you start na parang putting yourself out there then? Iba pa kasi yung figure out mo sarili mo, tapos parang sabay-sabay yung
Yeah.
lahat, no? Figure out mo sarili mo, and then you're dealing with your parents and the people around pa. Tapos also trying to figure out yourself and attraction and dating around. How was that?
So, alam naman to ng mga trans women, sobrang hirap makahanap ng jowa or true love, basically, when you're trans. So, ang hirap eh. Ang daming worst dating experience na naranasan ko. Like, meron akong experience na sinundo niya ako sa bahay. He was very sweet. He's a doctor.
Ay, okay.
And sabi ko, mag-withdraw lang ako dun sa may 7-Eleven. And then, paglabas ko, wala na siya. And then, merong angkas rider na lumapit sa akin, dala-dala yung bag ko. Ma'am, pinaiwan po nung kasama niyo. So, parang, he ghosted me like that.
Wow.
Na parang, maybe he felt like, I'm not into trans. So, parang, he just ghosted me like that. And so on. Ang dami ko pang makukwento sa inyo. Pero, eto na nga, paano ba kami nagkakalala ng boyfriend ko? EA pa ako nito. Executive assistant pa ako. So, I was about to give up that day. And so imagine, this was a setting. I'm in my room, I'm working, and tahimik kasi madaling araw ako nagtatrabaho. So parang I was very contemplating to delete this dating app. Kasi parang sabi ko, it's time to give up. It's time to give
Like, umabot ka na dun
yes,
talaga.
it's time to give up on love kasi lahat ng lalaki, gino-ghost ako, iniiwan ako, nire-reject ako kapag once na nalaman nila na trans woman ako. Like, at first, gustong-gusto ko nila, baliw na baliw sila sa'yo. Like, they want to court you, they want to meet you, they want to meet your parents. Pero, pag nalaman nila ang trans ka, bogs.
Nagbabago
wala na.
talaga completely.
Nagbabago talaga. So, ayun na, i-delete ko na nga yung app. So, Tinder, okay, Tinder yung app. So, parang delete ko na siya, bigla may ting, may lumabas na message. So, parang, ano ba yung first message mo sa akin? Nakalimutan mo na. Parang, hi, you're so, parang feeling ko, hi, you're so beautiful. Parang ganun, hi, you're so beautiful. Ano ganun. Tapos parang his name is Eric James. Tapos nagulat ako, parang magkapangalan kami. Kasi may old name is James.
Oh,
Kaya
okay.
Jamie. So parang, okay. So parang, okay, last na to. Sabi ko sa sarili ko, last na to ah. Parang inuuntog ko rin yung sarili ko, last na to.
Kung di ka lang James, ha?
Pag hindi ito nag-work, okay, give up na talaga ako sa love.
Okay.
So parang, we started talking and all. So parang, natuwa ako sa story niya kasi parang, ang dal-dal niya. Natutuwa kasi ako pag yung lalaki, ang dami mag-message. Parang sunod-sunod.
Oh,
Tapos parang ako,
yes.
one sentence lang. Tapos parang siya ang dami. So parang, he's very caring and parang wala siyang filters. Pero at the same time, respectful. So, ayun, to make the long story short, nung nag-uusap pa lang kami, hindi niya alam na trans ako.
Okay.
For the first week. Pero, eto na, I started giving him my Viber, my Facebook. And then, hindi ko alam na in-stalk niya pala ako.
Okay.
So, when we dated, nung unang beses kami nakita, ang alam ko, hindi niya alam. Hindi na yun sinasabi sa akin na alam niya.
Okay.
So, parang, ano kasi, magkasama kami ng best friend ko si Leslie, yung kinakwento ko kanina. Sabi niya, magpapunta kaya tayo ng kausap natin sa dating app. I dare you. So siya, nagpapunta siya. Sabi niya, I dare you, go. Papuntahin mo na yung Eric James na yan. So sabi ko sa kanya, you wanna go here? Nagulat ako, nag-yes naman siya. So parang, oh my gosh, sabi ko, Leslie, let's go na. Baka mamaya pagdating yan, sapakin pa ako. Pag nalaman niyan, trans ako. So,
I mean, it's said jokingly, pero totoo, that happens too,
I mean,
right?
hello, trigger warning, but hate crimes are everywhere. So, sabi ko, let's go na. I don't feel safe. Pero, at the same time, parang may pumipigil sa akin na something, parang, red string. Uy.
Parang hihila sa'yo.
Sabi ko, parang naiihi ako. Mag-CR na lang muna kaya ako.
But Leslie was here pa with you.
Yeah,
Okay,
Leslie was there. So, ayun, nag-CR na ako. Paglabas ko ng CR, nandiyan na siya. Ay! Nakita ko na siya from afar. Sabi ni Leslie, nag-chat na siya sa akin. Andyan na siya. Nakita ko siya, ay, ang tangkad. Sabi niya, 5'11" siya. Pero parang, you're like 6. I like guys pa naman, lalo na pag mas matangkad sa akin. Parang, I feel like, I'm a baby girl. Ganun. So parang, ayun na nga. So, nakapila pa rin ako sa CR. Hindi na ako umihi. Kasi nandiyan na siya. Na-excite ako to talk to him. So parang, hi, ganyan. So parang, I'm looking up kasi nga he's taller than me. So parang, ayun, his hair was long that time. So parang, na-realize ko, he's my type. Okay, yeah. Kasi nung una, sabi ko, he's not my type kasi he's chinito. Nagganon. Sabi ko, he's like not my type kasi parang I like morenos more. Pero na-realize ko, he's my type.
Oh
like, tapos yung boses niya, parang he is perfect. Tapos, ayun na. And then, kwento ko na ba? Tuloy ko na.
Well, actually, sige. Before we get that, I wanted to ask them, may timeline ka ba when you would reveal that you're trans? Or did you put it in your profile? Would you say it after a week or something? Meron ka bang ganong...
Actually, before, I really don't say na trans ako. Kasi, I've always believed na yung love kasi, hindi mo yan nakikita eh. So, feeling ko, if I put there na I'm trans, it's like, alam mo yun, parang there's always conditions. Na parang, gusto kita kasi hindi ka trans. Gusto kita kasi, alam mo yun, parang people are always putting it on their bio. Like, I'm a doctor, I'm a nurse, I'm a lawyer.
Right.
Hindi ko siya nilalagay sa bio ko. Because I want you to know me as I am. Not because I'm a trans or I'm not. But meron akong timeline na sabihin sa kanila na trans ako. Kapag alam ko na gusto ko sila, kapag gusto nila ako, and I feel like mahal ko na siya.
Oh my gosh!
So, yeah. So, if I feel like it's just a casual, like, talking, I don't think there's a need naman na parang kakamit mo pala, hi, I'm trans.
Okay.
Parang there's no need. Lagi ko yung sinasabi sa followers ko na you have to prioritize your safety. Kasi there are people na parang kapag nalaman nilang LGBT ka or trans ka, pwede ka nilang saktan.
Yes.
So, you have to prioritize your safety. But, if you feel like there's already a connection and you like them, they like you, I think they also deserve to know.
Yeah. So, para siyang final test na, okay, eto na, malapit ako. May onting feelings na fall na ako ng onte. Tingnan natin. And then, let's see if they pass the test or not.
But of course, when pagsasabihin nyo na trans kayo, make sure na you're safe. You're in a safe place. Pwedeng sa chat, pwedeng in public para may mga ibang makakakita.
Yes.
Kasi, alam mo, nang hirap talaga eh.
Yeah. Okay, I see.
Alright. Welcome to the Halo Halo Show. We're on a quest to save Manila traffic from boredom.
Quest? What are you, Frodo?
I'm trying to tell them about our podcast. On a quest to save Manila traffic from boredom.
Yeah, I'm bored.
Can you do better?
Okay. Welcome to the most awesome podcast in the whole universe.
Maybe not the universe.
Listen to the Halo Halo Show, where we talk about what's trending in the Philippines, among other things.
And we talk about our lives, make fun of each other, and we really will save you from boredom.
Yeah, it's our quest! Grab your swords! And your headphones.
Listen to the Halo Halo Show.
Stream it on all your favorite podcast platforms.
Now, okay, and then fast
Let's go
forward
back.
na tayo na doon na tayo sa, okay, nag-date kayo. Oh my God, you're like, ay, type ko siya.
So, fast forward, parang 2-3 weeks na, ganun. Sabi ko, ay, mahal ko na siya.
Okay.
Mahal ko na siya. Parang masasaktan na yata.
Nagde-date na kayo nito,
Oo,
no?
ilang beses na kami nagde-date.
Oo.
Like, nakilala niya na yung lola ko.
Okay.
Nakita niya na yung parents ko. Tapos, sabi ko sa kanya, nako, this is going to be another heartbreak. Kailangan ko nang tapusin.
Gets.
So, ang
Okay.
sabi ko sa kanya, sasend ko rin sa'yo yung screenshot para ma-flash mo sa screen. Sabi ko, okay, may sasabihin ako sa'yo. I'm trans. You can block me now. Sabi ko, I'm trans. Parang pwede mo na akong, alam mo yun, you can leave now. You can block me now.
I hate
Tas
that you
ang-
have to. I hate
Yeah,
that you have to
diba?
do that, but it's to protect yourself also.
Pag sinashare ko siya sa TikTok, like, sinasabi nila, I'm sorry, you have to be sorry that you're trans na ganun. Pero naisip ko, why am I sorry for
That's
being
true.
trans? So, after nun, ang reply niya was, I know, before meeting you pa. Like, nagpakahirap pa ako. Nagpakahirap pa ako na parang magpaka-demure, ganyan. Diba? Alam mo yun, kasi baka mamaya makita niya yung chismis sa, alam mo yun, tapos parang every time he's gonna, like, touch my face, he's gonna kiss me. Tatanggalin ko kasi baka mamaya may makapa siyang facial hair. Alam mo yun, tapos parang he's gonna touch me. Parang, no, I don't want you to touch me. Kasi parang baka ma-feel niya na parang, this girl is a man before. And then parang, ganong experience.
There's so much. Oh gosh, there's so
Diba?
much.
So parang,
just something as simple as a touch.
Yes.
Iyak ako. Oh my God. But okay.
Ako din,
Buti na lang
dati,
happy ending to. But
of
yes.
course, it's really a happy ending. So parang, nung sinabi niya na, I know before meeting you pa, eh parang, I was blown away. Alam mo yung nakikita mo sa mga movies na parang, nag-ano yung tenga mo na parang, totoo ba to? Na parang, alam ko, it's not yung first time. But yung first
Yeah.
time kasi, sabi niya, I know before, I mean, it's okay to be trans. Pero nung minute niya ako, for insurance. Parang sinabi niya lang,
Okay.
natanggap kita para alokin ako ng insurance. Pero this time, it's not a scam.
Oo.
It's genuine. It's true.
Oo.
So parang after that, we continued dating. And then, here we are. Magpa 4 years na kami.
Grabe, ang bilis.
Yes, totoo.
Wow. Well, you talk about it on a lot online, no? Pinag-uusap na kwento nyo, even si EJ nagkwento rin about the things that you had to kind of work through, the ups and downs as well. But I guess for our listeners din, lang na, what were, I guess, the biggest challenges at the start, or if it's or that parang mga humps that you went through and were able to survive together?
Well, given na yung bashers, kasi nung nag-post kami, nag-out ako sa TikTok, yung mga tao, your boyfriend is gay, kasi pumatol siya sa trans. But kami dalaw, kaya naman namin yun, kasi kilala naman namin yung sarili namin. Pero the first thing talaga is with our families. Kasi ako, yung brother ko, yung dad ko, hindi pa okay sa kanya. And his family lalo na. His family, like, there was a time na we were planning to visit his lola sa province nila. And then there was a time na his relative, kamag-anak, pinigilan kami pumunta doon. Like saying na, huwag kayong pumunta doon kasi baka pag nalaman ni lola na trans siya, baka may masabi and may mangyaring masama sa kanya. So parang, it's like that na we just want to meet her. Like, and then I experienced being blocked by other relatives. Like,
His
what
family?
am I doing? Yeah, wait, anong ginagawa ko? Like, we're just living, we're just existing. And there was also a time na we attended our first Pride Parade and we were told na mag-tone down nga kayo. Na parang mag-tone down nga kayo. Kami nga dito sa US, hindi namin kailangan to walk down the streets for our rights. But basically, you have your rights there and we don't have here in the Philippines. So basically, ayun talaga sa family. But I'm just happy na he's here choosing me.
Yeah, both of you choosing each other despite the biggest challenge and all of that. Grabe. Okay, well, it's not a paano kong episode without reading a few paano kong questions from our trans siblings. Sobrang natuwa ako reading. I have a Google form where I basically have them just submit.
Asa pinost mo to sa IG?
Actually, no. Before, parang ongoing lang na sinasubmitan ng mga tao. And I have like 3 questions. And I mean, thank you for your trust pa lang na parang I can never understand fully yung story nyo. But that's why I just kept these stories for a good time. For this time, that would be perfect na ikaw ang sasagot. Kasi siya may hanggan na lang ang kaya, hanggang empathizing lang talaga. So, you're perfect here to answer that. So, you would be the most perfect person to talk to about this. So, we have 3 questions. Paano kung yung religious belief niya, yung hadlang para maging kayo? So, we'll read through this and just as a disclaimer na lang din, always a reminder na hindi namin sinasabi sa inyo na ito yung gawin nyo, step 1, step 2. These are things that you can do, and this is also, of course, based on Jamie's story as well and some insights lang na pwede niyong pagmunihan as well. Okay, so this one's from Shin. Sabi niya, to put this shortly, gusto ko siya, gusto niya ako, pero dahil trans man ako, nagiging hadlang iyon para maging kami. She grew up in a strict Christian household, tapos alam niya deep down na yung family niya pwedeng magalit sa kanya if ever malaman that she's dating someone that they consider as same-sex. I always told her na whatever happens, maybe we can figure things out. Pero wala eh. Ayaw niya talagang magkaroon ng relationship, stating that it'll just hurt us more if we continue further. Right now, we're still talking because her family knows me as her best friend. Pero pag kaming dalawa lang, we act as lovers. We talk almost all day. We swear to be roommates in the future. Pero dahil overthinker ako, ang daming kung ano-anong tumatakbo sa isip ko. Kung ikikeep ko pa ba yung connection namin kasi my feelings for her grow stronger every day. Any advice po for this kind of paano kung? Thank you in advance.
So, he's a trans man.
Yes.
And then, the girl, yung partner niya.
Na mahal niya, they're best friends.
And then,
pero hindi pa siya
religious
super
yung family ng girl.
Yes.
Hindi kanya And then for me, hindi dapat maging hadlang yung religion ng ibang tao or ng tao for your relationship. I think kung meron mang religion, it should bind you together. It should help you together to love each other. Hindi dapat siya maging hadlang. Nagkakaroon lang kasi ng ganong idea. Basically kasi may mga tao nagsasabi na parang masyado daw na-demonize yung idea na pag Catholic tapos LGBT ka, it's wrong, it's bad. But, even God wouldn't judge us for loving someone. So, para sa akin, if she truly loves you, hindi dapat excuse or hadlang yung pagiging trans mo, yung pagiging religious niya. If she love you, she will choose you despite being religious. Like, kaya mo namang, para sa akin, kaya mo maging religious while loving someone for who they are.
That's true. You can also celebrate that and honor God the best way,
Yes.
in the way that is personal to you, and you're not turning away from what was told, yung mga stories that you were taught, diba? But yeah, I guess very blunt din nga ang sabi niya na hindi ka niya mahal. Not in a sense na hindi ka talaga mahal, but it's very obvious.
Pwede rin namang hindi pa siya ready.
Oo,
diba?
or parang may mas nangingibabaw lang yung wanting to still live under the rules of the parents. Kasi mahirap naman talaga to get to break away from that immediately, diba? So, I guess it's up to you if you are, how long na willing siya maghintay kung gusto niya din, no? Parang, were there times also in your experience na naghintay ka na mapili at parang sinasabi niya mahal ka niya pero may mga ganon, may mga but ganito, wait lang, ganon.
May na-date ako before na nung nalaman niya yung trans ako, he got very confused. Kasi he, yung family niya religious, tapos parang nalilito siya na straight ba ako? Bading na ba ako dahil nagkagusto ako sa trans? But it always end like them ghosting me eh. Kasi parang, hindi ko naman nilalahat, pero usually kapag parang nung nalaman na trans ako, tapos parang they were leaving me hanging, parang laging iniiwan lang ako. Kasi para sa akin, kung gusto ko talaga nila, kung mahal ka nila, hindi ka nila paghihintayin. They will choose you right away. Because yun ang paniniwala ko sa love. It's a choice. So, kung alam mo sa sarili mo na mahal mo yung tao, then piliin mo sila. Hindi mo kailangan mag-isip-isip. That's all. Mahal mo sila, yun na yun. Period.
At di kailangan maghintay. And your relationship is proof that you can be chosen immediately. Okay, I love that. Thank you. Now, we have another one. Second question from Tayam, 1991. Ito, parang... Paano kung I show up at his graduation this June? I'm a trans woman. Early on in the relationship, I already knew that we would not be together forever since he's a straight guy, a seaman, and the only child. But I said yes when he asked me to be his girlfriend. We dated for months until he told his parents about us, which turned south for us since they did not approve of me. They told him hurtful things like, of all the people, why a trans woman?
So alam nung lalaki na trans siya.
Oo.
Okay.
Seems like it. Oo. So ang sabi ng parents, of all the people, bakit trans? Na gusto nila ng grandchild, la 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 la. He even told me, he was even told na pinalaki ka namin ng maayos. It broke me. It broke us. So we decided to let go of each other. It's been 2 months after the breakup, but here I am still hoping he'll come back, that he would stand up for our relationship. I did not ask him to choose me over them. I couldn't bear the thought of him getting disowned by his parents because of me. But I hope it wouldn't be crazy to show up sa graduation niya this June. Ito na yan, itong June. For sure, andun yung parents niya. And his parents haven't seen me yet. Alam ko hindi pa niya ako nakikita. So, I hope I can get an insight on this move. Paano kung dalawin ko lang siya to say congrats? Will that be a good move?
First of all, I want to talk about dun sa part ng parents. We're going back to that love idea. Kung yung parents niya is mahal siya, why would they, talk about, gusto namin ng apo. Tinanong ba nila yung anak nila kung gusto niya mag-anak? Secondly, dun sa part nung guy, para sa akin, kung sinabi na yun ng parents niya, alam niya na dapat yung decision niya na there's something wrong na sinasabi ng parents ko, mahal ko yung babae. So, ayun. Parang closure na yun, kumbaga. So, doon naman sa part ng babae, naiintindihan ko na mahal mo siya, mahal ka niya, and you still want to fight for it. Pero, if ako yung nasa lagay mo, I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
Because first of all, what's your goal? Ano yung goal mo? Are you going there just to say congratulations? Or nandun ka ba to, having the hopes na magkakabalikan kayo? Are you ready kung pagdating mo doon, magkunwari siyang hindi ka niya kilala?
Oh my
diba? Are you ready for that heartbreak? Kasi maraming ganong klase ng experiences, lalo na sa mga taong ayaw nilang malaman na nagmahal sila ng trans woman. You said he's straight. So, are you ready for that heartache? So, gets ko may mga tao na they want to fight until the end para masabi nila sa sarili nila na nilaban ko lahat para wala akong regrets.
Yes.
So if you're that kind of person na gusto mo talaga para wala kang pagsisihan, then go. Pero if you're not ready for that heartache na parang baka ma-reject ka or kung saktan ka man ng parents or siya, then don't.
Yeah, keep yourself safe, kumbaga. And be ready for all the possible consequences of that choice.
Exactly.
Pero sobrang gets ko yun na parang as miss agad na parang, sige, pang goodbye na lang o last kita. Kung
True.
ganun man, sige. Pero I guess dapat clear and have ways for you to be safe. Get support also. Kasi ang daming tao din no? And it's just so many factors. But I love those insights then, given the situation as well. Okay. Now, for this last question, syempre, sometimes, di ba, when you enter certain relationships, sometimes yung mga labels nagiging confusing nga. Na yun nga, parang straight pa ba ako? Ganito? What does this make me? Kung straight pero na in love sa trans, may mga ganong mga bagay. So, medyo related doon yung question ni Lady Farina. Paano kung nagkakagusto na ako sa isang Becky? I play Genshin Impact. May sinalihan akong GC and dun ko siya nakilala. I added him agad-agad dahil ang pogi niya. He accepted my friend request and siya yung unang nag-chat. We began to talk about the game and other things. Nagpatulong din siya sa akin kasi nasa lower level pa lang siya. As time went on, parang nahuhulog na ang loob ko sa kanya kasi he's so caring, soft-spoken, may emotional intelligence, pogi. Oo, sinabi mo ng pogi. Marunong gumamit ng punctuations, name it. He was flirty din. So, kaya medyo hindi ako masyadong nagpapadala kasi baka love bombing lang naisip ko. Tumagal na ng 2 months, lalo ko na siyang nagugustuhan. So, inactivate ko na ang pagka-FBI ko. In-stalk ko siya sa Facebook and I came across this video from his friend na nakatag siya doon. Doon ko nakita na sumasayaw siya at nagtutwerk. Like, babaeng-babae talaga ang galawan. I was confused. More like, na-shock lang ako ng bonggang-bongga and I started to wonder, if Becky talaga siya, genuine kaya yung pinapakita niya sa akin? Or pinagtitripan niya lang ako? Kasi in the span of 2 months, may call sign na kami. Minsan nag-I love you-han na. But anyway, gay or not, I don't mind naman. Kaso, hindi ko kayang i-open up sa kanya kasi baka ma-awkward siya or baka ma-offend kasi yung mga video na yun was from years ago. Nagugustuhan ko na din siya. Kaya wala na akong pake kung anong gender niya and sana nga genuine yung pinapakita niya sa akin para hindi ako malungkot. But yeah, by the way, I'm a trans woman and he knows it naman since ino-open ko naman yung mga ganong bagay. Especially if I'm dating someone or may ka-talking stage. What are your thoughts? Anyway, happy Pride Month.
Para sa akin, wala namang masama. Like, unang pumasok sa isip ko, ano ngayon? Like, ano ngayon kung if you're trans and then nagkagusto ka sa, let's say he's gay or bi, okay lang yun. Kasi gender is fluid naman eh. Like, marami ng couples ngayon, like, mayroong trans and then yung partner niya is, iba-iba yun. Like, mayroong lesbian, tapos yung partner niya trans. Meron ding trans, tapos yung partner niya biological woman. If you know Angie King, yes, like something like that. So, para sa akin wala namang limitations na parang kailangan straight yung magustuhan mo or not. So, ayun, if ganon, parang wala namang masama kung magkagusto siya sa... And siguro ilagay niya yung sarili niya doon sa lalaki. Kasi since she's a trans woman, siguro isipin niya what would a guy think, na parang kung paano yung mga lalaki sa amin, ma-offend ba siya pag tanungin ko siyang trans siya? Kasi nakakaramdam ako. So, siguro it's a matter of wag kang magsabi ng anything na nakaka-offend kasi ayaw mo rin naman maranasan yon. So, just ask him respectfully kasi wala rin naman ding masama. May mga taong hindi pa ready mag-out, baka hindi pa siya ready mag-out. But, babalik tayo dun sa idea ng gender is, it's evolving, it's fluid. So, and balik tayo dun sa idea ng love. If you love someone, there are no conditions na parang dapat kung gay ka lang. Hindi ka pwede mag-transition or what. If you love someone, then you love someone, period.
That's true. I love that you mentioned, I love din na sa simula pa lang, you're like, so what kung Becky? Which is true naman. It shouldn't matter. Kasi kung nag-uusap na kayo, naglalandian, na may call sign pa, I love you, Hannah, then there is something.
Yeah.
Paano malaman kung pinagtitripan ka, then maybe the best way to approach this is to just be honest, no?
Yeah.
And communicate this already. Kung nagugustuhan mo naman siya and you enjoy what you already have, why do you have to put it in a box and label and make it more complicated?
And meet him in person. para talagang
Yeah.
makilala mo siya.
Ayun, important yun. I don't know nga, hindi niya na-mention kung
Yeah.
nag-meet na sila or hanggang usap lang. But maybe that would help as well bring light to kung ano man yung confusion na meron kayo. But yes, happy Pride. So yeah,
Pride.
paano kung trans ako? We've heard what people would say about, trans men and women. Pero ang dami talaga. And I'm sure, just ko mauubos ang panahon just hearing the things that you have heard from people, mga bashers mo, mga pamilya, and friends who you thought were probably friends. So, but I think yung pinaka mas mabigat pa rin lagi ay yung mga bagay na yung mga hurtful things that we tell ourselves, yung mga words na pinaniniwalaan natin, no? So, sobrang big deal yun. So, ano yung mga words for you that you had to rewrite throughout this journey? Ano yung mga kinailangan mo i-overwrite na mga sinasabi mo dati sa sarili mo?
Marami makaka-relate dito when I say walang magmamahal sa akin because I'm trans. But all throughout my journey, I had to learn it the hard way. Which is dapat hindi eh. Alam mo yun, parang you're trans and ito na yung sinasabi ko sa kanila ngayon. More than myself, ito na yung sinasabi ko sa kanila ngayon. Walang mali sa'yo. You're trans and walang mali sa'yo kung hindi ka mahalin ng tao, kung i-reject ka. Sila yung may mali. Because they judge you, they discriminate you. So, that's something I had to reiterate it to myself na walang mali sa akin. There's nothing wrong with being myself. Na, huy, hindi tayo iiyak. Na parang, ang daming beses na kasi, like, I cannot stress this enough. I can't count how many times I got rejected sa jobs, sa mga tao, yung mga relationship, yung mga friends that I lost. I mean, nawala just cause I came out to them. So, gusto ko lang din i-reiterate sa inyo, just like how I reiterated to myself na walang mali sa'yo. It's a matter of loving yourself and discovering the true people who will accept you. Coming out kasi, laging iniisip ng mga tao, coming out is hard. Yes, it's true. But once you come out, it reveals every person, every place, every companies na talagang tanggap ka. So, ayun lang.
Dun siya na-open up, no? Parang natatanggal man or nawawala. Syempre feeling naman natin nawawala because these are important to us. Pero by sharing our truth, no, dun at least nalalight din, no? Biglang
Yes.
nagsha-spotlight din sa mga places where you're supposed to be, no?
And
Parang
also, I
ganon.
want to add na parang growing up kasi, like before coming out pa, parang lagi ko naririnig na yung pagiging bakla mo, yung pagiging trans mo, yan ang maghahadlang sa'yo for success. But, kabaliktaran yun nangyari sa akin. Like, yung pagiging trans ko, yung pagiging LGBT ko, ito yung nagdala sa akin to where I am now. So, wala akong pinagsisisihan with being myself because, I don't know, hindi naman sa sinasabi na kailangan maging trans kayo para maging successful. Ang sinasabi ko lang is, if you're trans, if you're LGBT, kung bakla ka, yan pa yung magdadala sa'yo sa success. I would say it's a blessing. It's a blessing na, alam mo yun, maraming friends na nagsasabi sa akin na, ang saya ko dahil may trans, may bakla akong friend kasi you guys are so loving, like more than sa mga straight or mga lalaki na kilala nila. Parang sobrang loving daw ng mga trans or ng mga bakla. So,
There's just so much more love to give, no?
of course.
What can you say was the moment where, kasi 'di ba sabi mo nga na nasabi mo na sa sarili mo na hindi ka kamahal-mahal. When did you find that within yourself na, no, Jamie, kamahal-mahal tayo. I actually love myself. Can you remember that moment? Like a prominent moment na nangyari yun?
It's the time na nag-create ako ng YouTube video, male to female transformation video. And then, I wasn't thinking about creating this video for views or for engagement para sumakses ako. I created it para may makarelate sa akin. Naisip ko kasi, I didn't have anyone to look up to. Paano naman yung mga batang katulad ko na hindi matapang, walang kasama sa buhay, and baka mag-give up sila. And I don't want that to happen to them. So I created that YouTube video. And then, parang the day after, may nag-comment na, Miss Jamie, dahil sa'yo, hindi ko na in-end yung life ko. Parang, because of you, parang ikaw yung reason ko for not giving up and for continued transitioning. So parang that's the time when I realized na I shouldn't stop. I shouldn't stop creating content and loving myself more. Because maraming nakaka-relate sa akin. Maraming, alam mo yun, may content, yung mga videos ko. Hindi lang siya nagpapatawa, hindi lang siya makaka-relate yung mga tao. It also saved lives. So,
oh my
that's
God.
really the time.
I love that so much.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hold that last question. Pero sisingit ko ng last tong, knowing what you know now, ano yung mga boundaries that you've set na for yourself to take care of yourself better and to keep your peace as well para hindi na rin ma-shake ng outside world?
Let them. Yun yung talaga, nabasa ko yung let them theory.
Mel Robbins.
Kasi regardless if you're an influencer or if you're just a normal human, makakamit ka talaga ng taong ayaw sa'yo, i-discriminate ka, reject ka just for being LGBT, bakla, trans. Just, let them. Let them and do you. Just be yourself. Because alam ko naman na tayo mga bakla, mga palaban tayo. Gusto natin silang i-educate. Pero, of course, if you feel like they're willing to learn, you can educate them. Pero, usually, I just let them. Because, mauubos yung oras ko eh. So, you just have to continue moving forward. Yun lang din yung ginagawa ko ngayon. Kasi, kung papatulan ko yung mga ayaw sa akin, mauubos yung oras ko. So, I'll just continue creating videos na makakarating doon sa mga taong kailangan makarating yung video ko. Na magre-remind sa kanila na na hindi mo kailangan mag-give up, na you matter. Ayun lang.
I love that. So, yeah, to connect to that, what would you tell baby Jamie and all our other baby trans sisters and brothers?
Uy, ano ba? First time lang ako matanong niya. What would I tell my younger self? Masasabi ko, also to the baby trans sisters. Ba't ka umiiyak?
Kasi ang ganda eh. Pero just thinking about those listening and who have found light because of your stories. Parang dun pa lang, oh my gosh, so go. Talk to the baby trans sisters and brothers.
Ang masasabi ko lang to my baby James, uy, ba't ka umiiyak? Umiiyak din siya. Ang masasabi ko sa'yo is, it's gonna be a long journey. Matagal, mahirap. Marami kang pagdadaanan. Maraming, uy, bakit umiiyak?
Okay, it's okay to feel.
Okay, so, maraming taong iiwan ka. Maraming taong hindi ka tatanggapin for being yourself. May magsasabi sa'yo na wala kang mararating kasi you're a trans woman. Pero, you just have to continue. You just have to continue moving forward. Kahit sarili mong kadugo. Pwede kang itakwil. Pero, you just have to look up, dream big, and continue. As in, tuloy lang talaga. Hindi ka talaga pwedeng tumigil. Ngayon, nasa magazine ka na. Nasa magazine ka na. Kasama mo si Catherine Bernardo at saka si Nadine Lustre. Nasa billboard ka na. And marami ka pang taong may inspire, marami ka pang masasave na buhay because of your story. So, don't give up and mamimit mo si Joe. Wow! Ayan, mamimit mo tong taong lovely na to and just continue moving forward. Just, don't stop believing in yourself and know your worth. Never settle for less just because you're a trans woman, it doesn't mean na you don't deserve to be treated like, a girl or a woman or a queen. So, you deserve love.
Ang ganda. Thank you so much. Ang ganda nun.
Umiiyak siya.
Ang ganda. That was so
Ganyan
beautiful.
siya.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Hi, and the story continues. I mean, ang dami na niyang pinagdaanan. We know that. But it continues. There's still more to experience, more to learn, more to see, and more conversations. If you want more about this, where can they find you?
Bakit teary-eyed?
Ang ganda. May mounting sparkle.
So, you can find my TikTok at the Jamie Casino, also my YouTube and Facebook, Jamie Casino. I post every day. I post a lot every day. Yung mga contents ko, lahat yan pinag-iisipan ko, nililista ko for it to be relatable, for it to be inspirational. So, go ahead and look up for my TikTok. It's at the Jamie Casino. And see you on June 28th in UP Diliman for Pride Parade, Love Laban. Magprotesta tayo, guys. Pride Month is a protest. Tara't magprotesta para sa ating mga karapatan. Pumunta tayo June 28, UP Diliman.
Thank you so much. Salamat, Jamie. I
Thank you
really
so
appreciate you. But yes, hanggang dito na muna tayo today. If you want to hear more about Jamie's story, follow along. She's everywhere online. So just look for Jamie Casino. And yeah, if you want more, kung meron pa kayong mga questions na gusto niya mag-part 2, bumalik si Miss Jamie at some point here, we can invite her again. Hingin niyo na lang.
Other topics naman.
Yes! So, bato nyo lang, and it is in our Paano Kung Google form. That's hailing.me/JoelOL. If you have more Paano Kung questions, head over there. Now, tuloy-tuloy man ang conversation natin, tuloy-tuloy ang pagtuklas. But yeah, thanks so much for being here. Kwentuhan ulit tayo soon. Always remember, may kasama ka lagi sa paghanap ng mga sagot sa mga paano kung sa buhay. You are valid, you are growing, and while your journey may look a little different and come with a lot of hurt and doubt, always choose yourself. And for the days that seem harder, surround yourself with those that love and believe that you deserve the kind of life and the kind of love you want.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.